keeps coming through. I can't even keep up with it. Hamster Babies had gator jerky. FiMat37, tofu, LOL. Matthew Heon, scallops. I actually like them, but depending where you are, those might be just a weird food to have tried. It all depends on the person. Hannah Martin has tried deer, says it's very good. Jeff Keys, rattlesnake. Heard that's tough. Resilient Robin 74, conch. Sweetie Tweety said probably squid. R. Trusky said crawdads. Kelly Wee 2, octopus. A lot of creatures from the sea. That's sort of the recurring theme that I'm seeing here. Kelly Joggletree, Dawn Rose said probably a vegan knockoff of something. Squeaky J7, probably a vegan. We got Bear Gravy. We had a couple people saying vegan food. Bear Gravy saying moose burgers are delish. Forbidden Four Angels, porcupine. And Champagne Problems said probably barbecued eel, while Pappy NMD has had brains and eggs. How is that? What brains are we? You know what? Never mind. It's National Zoo Lovers Day, and we've got a menagerie of questions for you in this Tuesday edition of Daily Trivia Live, the mobile game show where you win money from the comfort of your phone. Do not feed the animals as you play for the grand prize. That is $1,000, and when you correct your share of the grand prize, otherwise you do have to claim them at the end of the game in order to keep them. Finally, the first time you get a question wrong, this is in-game, I do have one more thing to tell you. The first time you get a question wrong, as long as it's before question number 10, you can rejoin to get another shot at the grand prize. Now, there are two ways to rejoin. One is using SB, which doesn't really cost very much at all, but the preferred way to do it for everybody, including you, if you don't see your name up there, which thousands of you do not, and you wish it would be up there, I wish that too. So you know what I'm going to say, so say it with me. Keep playing and claiming, because next time the winner could be you. All right, I don't want any of you to go wild on me, so let's get this game started right now with question number 1. How many eyes does a Cyclops have? Is it 3, 2, or 1? How many eyes does a Cyclops have? We had a little fun fact about the Cyclops along with an image that could have helped you out on Twitter this morning. This mythical creature wandered around ancient Greece, terrorizing people with a giant club, and he would find you even though he only had one eye to search with. That's right, they're one-eyed. Cyclopses have one eye. 85% of you knew that one. Well done. Starting us off with just about 13,000 people in grand prize contention. Of course, that number is going to rise to a little over 15,000 people in grand prize contention as some of our stragglers rejoin, along with the people who maybe didn't get that one, and that is okay. Some people in the chat are relying on the chat for answers, and the chat can be tricky. They don't always tell you. Sometimes they're trying to throw you off because they want more prize to themselves. It's a gamble is what I'm saying. You know what isn't a gamble? The fact that you're going to get one bonus SB for every question you get right from here on out. Let's get into that right now. Here is question number 2. What are you trying to do with the pieces in Tetris? Is it make a heart, make horizontal lines, or make sweet music? You know Tetris. You can picture the music, right? As a Hirokazu Tanaka composition based on Korobeniki plays and gets more and more frantic. Meanwhile, you have to manipulate the following pieces to create horizontal lines and clear space before the board fills up. You're making horizontal lines in Tetris. Tetris is when you get 4 of them in a row. Very hard to do. I still have my original Game Boy. I played Tetris on it recently. I didn't finish the game because I had something else I had to do, but I still got it. I'm just going to say I still got it. Pretty much all of you got it as well. Let's move on to question number 3, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Louis Pasteur developed the vaccine for what disease? Is it rabies, the common cold, or pink eye? Louis Pasteur? I'm about to make a Gen X reference. As a kid, I had a series called Value Books, and one of the books was called The Value of Believing in Yourself, which tells the story of Louis Pasteur developing the rabies vaccine. Rabies, of course, is the answer. 83% of you getting that one right. There is no vaccine for the common cold, unfortunately, not one that we're taking every year. I know they're working on it. I don't think we've got there yet. Pink eye, too. He was not involved in either of those things. Rabies is the answer. Of the 17% of you that got eliminated, we're going to get just about 80% of you back in. That seems like that's what happens early on. A bunch of people have not yet rejoined, so they do it. But now we're going to move on to question number 4, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Vanderpump Rules is a spinoff of what other reality franchise? Is it The Real World, Real Housewives, or Big Brother? Vanderpump Rules is a spinoff of what other reality franchise? If you watch enough reality series of people behaving badly to one another, they all blend together. So I'll certainly forgive you if you didn't remember that it is a spinoff of a Real Housewives show. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I believe. That's what it's a spinoff of. 69% of you knew that was the answer. It is not The Real World. It is one of the housewives owns a restaurant. Was it called Sir? Is that the name of it? In Beverly Hills or somewhere in LA. It's about the people who work there. I've not been to the restaurant. I have not really watched the show. I do know Tom Sandoval was on The Traitors. That much I do know. And he is kind of sketchy. Let's move on. We've had, of the 32% of you that got eliminated, or 31%, we've got about 3/4 of you back in. And we are on to question number 5, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. According to Mental Floss, approximately how many miles does the average person walk in a lifetime? Is it 100,000, 250,000, or 500,000? For the average person. Not a marathoner, nor someone who does no walking. If you have a Fitbit or a Garmin, you'll unlock badges as you pass distance milestones. And if you are able to top 100,000 miles, you've outwalked the average lifetime distance of most people. 100,000 is the answer. Oh my goodness, 18% of you got that. People were guessing higher. You know what? I'm glad you have that much faith in our collective fitness. I know I've walked a lot of steps in my lifetime. I think I've hit not enough to get to 100,000 miles. Not that many. That would be way too many. Think about how many miles that is. But hey, of the 82% of you that got eliminated on that, we got about 58% of you back in. Let us move on. We're halfway done this game. Here comes question number 6, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Here it is. Twin Peaks came from the mind of which visionary filmmaker? Is it Brian De Palma, David Lynch, or Guillermo del Toro? Who came up with Twin Peaks? Who could it be? Because he was the type of creator that followed whatever interested him most over plot and direction, Twin Peaks would never have solved the murder of Laura Palmer if David Lynch had gotten his way. He said that before. R.I.P. David Lynch. 85% of you knew he was the answer. Brian De Palma not involved in that show. Neither was Guillermo del Toro. His moments would come a little bit later. David Lynch bringing back Twin Peaks. He did 2 versions of it, so if you didn't watch The Return, it's on Paramount Plus for you. Let's move on to question number 7 now, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. In Winnie the Pooh, what part of Eeyore is pinned on? Is it the mane, the nose, or the tail? What part of Eeyore is pinned on? Oh, Pooh, it's me, Eeyore. When you're the ultimate pessimist, when things go wrong, it's just a validation of what you were expecting anyway, especially when it's your pinned-on tail falling off again. That's right. That's right. That is the answer. Well done. Pretty much everybody getting that one right, and that is what I like to see. So what do you say we just move on right now and go to question number 8, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Here it is. This is Q8. What safety measure is also believed to keep ghosts from menacing theaters? Is it never saying Macbeth, not whistling backstage, or a single light bulb? See if you know this one. The theater world is loaded with superstitions to prevent having a bad show, getting hurt on stage, and warding off spirits, which is the purpose of the single ghost light left on a stage when the theater is dark. It is a single light bulb, but it also prevents people from falling. There's a practical need to have that light there too. Oh my goodness, 28% of you getting that one right, but that means most of you going never say Macbeth. That is not supposed to keep ghosts. That just keeps you from having a bad show and not whistling backstage. Also, these are just things like, oh, you'll have a bad show if you do that. You know what? You'll have a bad show if you don't prepare. I'd say by and large, that's the way to do it. Just from my experience. All right, here we go. Of the 72% of you that got eliminated, a little less than 20% of you were able to come back in. We're down to 2,634 people. Grand prize contention. Only 2 questions left to go. Next one, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right, is question number 9. Here it is. Which of the following foods is not part of a traditional English breakfast? Is it beans, ice cream, or toast? Which of those is not part of a traditional English breakfast? We do have people from across the pond who play this game. I'm guessing they knew right away. Most of you probably did. The Brits love their protein, and you're getting it multiple ways in a traditional English breakfast, which skips the ice cream, but includes eggs, toast or fried bread, bacon, beans, and tomato. Of course, 2,481 of you knew that answer, and you are ready for our final question. But before we get to that final question, quick reminder, in case you didn't know, there are 2 ways to get SB from Swagbucks Daily Trivia outside of our live games. One is through the Daily Trivia Challenge. That is the quick, hostless version of our game that you can play on your schedule up to twice per day, every day. But I want to tell you, there's an image that's going to appear at the end of this game for Tapjoy, to earn SB from Tapjoy. And another way to get there outside of that square is to click the More Ways to Earn button wherever you find it in the app. Why do Tapjoy every single day? I'm glad you asked. I'll tell you. Quick, easy to complete offers that will check Daily Discover off of your to-do list in minutes. If you're not doing a to-do list, this is a good reminder to get into that as well. Plus, everything I mentioned will earn you SB towards your daily goal, another way to get more SB. So this is building a winning habit. I want you to do this every single day. I want you to play the Daily Trivia Challenge, and then I want you to go and click that More Ways to Earn button so you can earn from Daily Tapjoy. If you haven't tried it yet, just click the image at the end of the game. You'll see how simple it can be. All right, we got 2,490 people vying for a piece of our $1,000 grand prize. Over 15,000 of you stuck around to the end, and there's one more bonus SB up for grabs if you can correctly answer question number 10. Here it is. What is the capital of Indiana? Is it Tallahassee, Honolulu, or Indianapolis? What is the capital of Indiana? What could it be? It was once a mecca for jazz musicians, earning it the nickname Naptown, and Indianapolis holds the distinction of being the largest U.S. city that is not on a navigable body of water. Indianapolis is the answer. 2,423 people knew that answer and are splitting our grand prize today. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. Let's meet a few of our grand prize winners. Each of you taking home 42 SB in grand prize money, plus the bonuses you earned along the way. Patty Hickman, 248. Jesse Lee, 9320. Buffy Cup, Gina Ozelli, and Champagne Probs, who talked to us at the beginning, is a grand prize winner. Congratulations to all of you, also including the ENF Penguin and the Deal Queen and Salsalito Witch. You worked your magic on this one, didn't you? And congratulations to those of you who claimed your bonus SB as well. Now that you have all these new SB in your account, you know what to do with them. Redeem them for PayPal cash or gift cards to Amazon, Starbucks, Target, and hundreds of other places. Great job today. We'll see you tomorrow for the Wednesday game. Tell a friend. Thank you for playing Daily Trivia Live, and we will see you then.